Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Episode 700. Hello. That's pretty good. Episode 715 of the series as we break out of the last episode's hidey hole. Secure it. Arrange our inventories there. What do we need today? Not much of anything. Maybe wooden planks. Definitely wooden planks, probably. We've got plenty of boats. We got our 2 beds. We got our Wolfie. So let's continue. That's east. This is west. Towards those far lands in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. Whee! Alright, we had our fun. Let's get down to business. Today is Friday, November 9th, 2018. Well, the day this episode is going live is Friday, November 9th, 2018. Usually record these the day before. And we're still raising money for direct relief over at farlandsorbust.com. Up to $19,439. What the heck happened here? $439.94. Thank you, everybody who continues to donate. Much appreciated. Keeping those... What's the word I'm looking for? Generosity. Keeping those generosity. Keeping those generous Farlanders giving to the direct relief charity. Oh! Help! This is probably a best case scenario of falling down a hole. Just fell into a pre-made hidey hole. There we go. Let's make that safe for everybody else coming through. There's nobody else. Alright. But yeah, farlandsorbust.com, direct relief charity. Going for $50,000 this season. We have some little in-between milestones. If you want to check those out, you can look at the Tiltify campaign. The progress bar will tell you what those are in case you need a little bit further incentive. Indeed. Speaking of incentive, we did indeed have that Vlogbrothers bump there on episode 714. I was just mentioning to the stream here, I'm recording this on Twitch, just mentioning to the stream how it, right now, I do believe, the most viewed video, that had like 12,000 views. Let's temper our expectations, but that's pretty good. Our most viewed video, maybe since the Pacifist Win PUBG video. There might have been a Farlands or Bust since then, like when we found the golden apple, that might have like more or equal views. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah. So welcome everybody, and thank you to those who perhaps found out about the series from the Vlogbrothers video and decided to check out the most recent episode, because I know he linked the season 7 premiere video, which is over a year old now. So welcome. This is indeed a thing we're continuing, and I've even noticed some comments and things of people who perhaps are following Les Vlogbrothers. I said that really weird. And perhaps heard of Farlands or Bust before then, and are back and are like, oh, I remember this back when I was in high school, and now I'm a doctor. So welcome back, I suppose, to returning Farlanders and new Farlanders alike. And yeah, we're continuing on here. We are continuing on. November 9th is known as Carl Sagan's birthday, and serendipitously, not at all on purpose, just as a roundabout serendipitously, is the gotcha day that I have gotten Juno. Gotcha day means I adopted her on November 9th of last year. So it's also how I'm going to be keeping track of her age, which is still unknown, as most rescue dogs are. But we're also just going to say that November 9th is Juno's birthday, and she's turning 4. Or 6, or 3, it's really, nobody knows. We're getting mixed signals, but I'm going to go with 4. The adoption place listed her as 5 years old because she has a lot of tooth wear and a few chipped teeth, living those hard few years or however long she was astray on the streets of Texas. And but then my vet said she doesn't think so because there's no tartar buildup, and it seems more like she was chomping on hard things, or maybe was kept in a cage and was trying to chomp on the chain or something. But just her size and demeanor seems like she's more like maybe 3, maybe. So I'm like, all right, let's go with 3. So now she's 4. Now she's 4 years old as of November 9th. I was going to go out hiking today, Friday, and instead the weather has decided to be very, very cold and very, very rainy. So I think we'll hold off for that until next week, Monday or something like that. Again, I have not done my due diligence of being as outdoorsy as I would hope living in the Seattle area would allow me to be. I mean, it has nothing to do with what the Seattle area has allowed me to be. It's my own crapulence. What? I don't know what word I was looking for there, but let's go with that. So yeah, we'll hopefully do that. I did post up on Twitter that I'm looking for a dog cake. Who makes dog cakes? Is there dog bakeries? People recommend like, oh, you can make your own with all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to make dog cakes. I just want to buy one. I've seen, just or big cookies that say happy birthday. I think I found a place, so I'll go ahead and do that tomorrow and try to see how Juno reacts. She has no idea. It doesn't matter. But yeah, we'll try that out. Maybe I'll find some sort of... She's not like into toys or anything, so buying her a new toy... I'm going to buy her a new crate pad, because the one I got her a year ago is a little bit flat. So I think I got to order one of those. But yeah, we had Juno for 1 year. That seems like not that long ago, says Wolfie here, who we've had for 6 years plus in Minecraft. 7 years. We definitely had Wolfie for over 7 years. So we got Wolfie on episode 31, 32? I think it's 32, 33, 32. The early 30s. And now we're on episode 715. And yeah. I'm just trying to like think back to my own I think episode 32 is where we started raising money for Child's Play charity, and then episode 33 is when we found Wolfie. Now Cubic is saying 32. All right, I'm getting mixed history in my Twitch chat. Either way, Wolfie's been with us very, very long. But yeah, I was looking for dogs. For a while. It was kind of it might be some sort of thing I need to look at psychologically. Looking for dogs and then looking for cars. Like it's kind of a compulsive hunting. It's being. No, it's hey, mean pig, push me in the water. It's kind of a fixation? No, not fixation. It's a craving for like hunting in my primordial brain. Speaking of wolves, I must be hunting for something. I was hunting for a dog And then I was hunting for a classic car. And now that I have the Toyota, I don't know what I'm hunting for. Hunting is probably the wrong word, but yeah, I mean, I looked at a few dogs. Hold on, let's tell the story, and I've told the story obviously before when it happened, but after we sleep and continue in the morning. And awakeness. Wolfie, there you are. Yeah, Noodle. So yeah, I can't even remember. I was looking for a while. Looking on like Pet Finder and things. There really are no... There is now. There wasn't at the time, but there is now like an Australian cattle dog rescue that just started up. Because I remember I went... Ow! Careful, Wolfie. I went to some of their meetups with Juno, and then that's when I found out Juno really isn't that good around other dogs. But there really wasn't like a cattle dog specific rescue in the area like there was in Arizona where we got Eva. So I was kind of just having to look around random rescues. There was one I remember in Northern California, like a cattle dog that was available. That was a chocolate cattle dog, and it was female. It's basically a cattle dog, I think, mixed with a brown lab or whatever. It was really interesting. And I remember really wanting that dog and being in contact with them, and they never got back to me, and then it was taken. And then I did look at a male cattle dog at a shelter rescue place here, but it wasn't available yet, and they were just like, well, it's kind of a first come, first serve. It wasn't a rescue so much as it was a... What are those called? Like a rescue to me, a dog rescue is like an independent place that has foster homes, and they like match and vet the adopters, as opposed to like where I even got Juno is a building that's kind of it's like a shelter. Yeah, a shelter versus a rescue. That's right, Mr. Sheep. A shelter. Where it's obviously a no-kill shelter. It's not the pound, but it's more of a shelter where they have a bunch of dogs that come in, and it's kind of like show up, fill out an application, go back, look at the dogs. If you find a dog, adopt the dog, and that's it. So not an ideal situation, clearly, but... yeah, I remember finding a male cattle dog that was like that, and they're like, well, he's not available yet because he hasn't been fixed, so keep an eye on the website, and when it does become available, then you have to come in and, like, be the first person to claim. But cattle dogs are pretty popular dogs in the area. They don't show up at rescues too often. And that one would, like... I noticed it on the website, and it was already taken. Like, I'm like, oh, okay then. I just happened to get very lucky. I didn't even, like, plan on it. I had gotten all the stuff just because I'm like, I'm feeling the need for a dog. So I, like, had the crate, a bed, and, like, food bowls and things. And I noticed one listed at a place, Wolfie, near me. And there wasn't enough information about it, but it was one of these places where you go in and quote-unquote apply, see the dogs, and then leave with the dog. A shelter, more so than a rescue. And there was a cattle dog, and I like had other errands to do, but I'm like, I'll stop by there on the way back, and we'll see what it is. And it was indeed a Thursday. It happened to be November 9th, and... went there, did the application, went back, and the moment I saw Juno, I'm like, oh no. Uh-oh. This is bad news for old Kurt J. Mac. Because it was pretty literally was Eva, but Juno, but instead of a red healer, a blue healer. And as everybody who's met Juno absolutely loves all humans, but like walking up to her crate and like instantly she like walks over and wants attention and cuddles and hugs and scritches and things. So they, brought her out and I spent some time with her in whatever little open area they had. And yeah, and yeah, I don't think I had, like, they're like, oh, do you want to, like, we could put her on like a 24-hour hold if you want to like think about it. And I'm like, no, I have all the stuff. I'm here. Let's pay the fee and get it done with. And then, they told me about her teeth and like, that's kind of, it's a shelter dog. You never want to be picky about it. But, at the same time, it's like, oh, you hope there's no problems or anything or whatever. And that so far really hasn't been a problem at all, other than that I'm very careful in what I give her for food treats or nothing hard or anything like that. And then brought her home. And that was that. That was that indeed. It took some trouble to get her into my car, though. But now she is very used to jumping into the car because I give her treats. When she jumps into the car and gets clipped in. So yeah. And of course, like, the first thing getting her home is like, oh God, what have I done? Like, now I like have to like consider this animal. It's a responsibility, much like I'm sure first time, I mean, to a lesser degree, but much like I'm sure like first time parents driving home with their newborn baby are like, oh God, what is this? What have we done? Or at least that's how I assume it is. I have no idea. So yeah, and so far, so good. Yeah, it's been, no, it's kind of weird to think about that it's already been a year. I do kind of wish I had done more. I always told myself I would like go to get training, but it turns out she's just either a really good dog or very smart and easy to spooky noises, or she was trained before. Because I remember the first day I took her home, she like knew what a crate was and like right away went into the crate. And, like, that was her spot for, like, chilling out. And even, I streamed. Didn't I stream? Maybe not just that day, but I streamed with Juno for the first time to introduce. And I put a little doggy bed in the corner, and she knew that's where she could lay down, and, like, went down there and gave her a bunch of scritches. So, yeah. Although recently, I have noticed, it used to be, up until really 2 or 3 months ago, she would follow me, around everywhere, into every room, and would never leave your side, which is kind of cattle dog behavior. But now she has kind of started to pick up her own little agenda and personality. Ooh, look at this cool waterfall. We gotta ride it. We must. Heck yeah. Right or left? Right! Whee! Left! No cheating! Oh, I fell. That was cool. I don't need that, thank you. Neat. Screenshot. Oh, well, hold on. We need the dog in the picture. I almost said Juno. Wolfie. Over here. Yeah. No. Ah, perfect. All right, we can do it. Oop, wrong button. Boop. We have our thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, what was I saying now? I've completely forgot. Oh yeah, she like has her own agenda. Like in the morning, I eat breakfast at the table. She would usually go into her crate because that's where I keep her crate. But now this is the opposite of a waterfall. But now she like at a certain point will realize that I'm like doing my morning routine and just like walk away. Like she'll either go downstairs and lay on the couch or upstairs and lay on my bed. And it's kind of funny because she like looks at me and like makes sure that I'm not giving her any attention and then just kind of saunters away on her own. So that's pretty funny. That is a humorous thing, I can say. Could use a few bits of coal. But then also recently she's shown some more energy, which is frightening. Not frightening, but just like, oh, I need to adjust for this. I mean, I'm still walking her pretty much almost every day, but on these walks, she has a tendency to get excited and want to do either walk a lot faster or run. Or she'll get a sprint in her, and I oblige and run alongside her. But I am not a runner. I'm sure, I don't know if anybody in the area needs a four-legged running partner to go jogging with, but that would be helpful because I am no runner. I wear myself out very quickly trying to keep up. I mean, it's good for her and I do it, but whew, buddy, indeed. Let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And awakeness. Oh my gosh, I've already used all those boats I had? Since when? I was gonna, like, jump off into a boat. That would have been so sick. It would have been sick, man. Totally sweet. I don't know why I said that. So yeah, that, but I also, like, on our walks, there are, like, rocks and ledges and things for her to jump on, so I'm always having her jump up and down on things to get those exercises. She doesn't fetch. She doesn't play with any toys whatsoever. So it's more of a struggle to get that exercise in. I don't know if fetch is something you can teach. I try super hard. Like another thing that I bought before I adopted a dog was a bunch of like a rope toy and like a squeaky toy and whatever else. And I tried to like be like super like, oh, like I'm having fun with it. Don't you want to have fun with it? No, she's like, nah. If it doesn't dispense food or pets, then she's not interested at all in it. But yeah, the hiking is the one thing I wanted to keep up with doing, because the hiking is good. But yeah, there's certainly some energy that she's gotten at some point, which is good because she's like super. She's got a personality. She's a goof, a goober, a noodle, if you will. But yeah, very good dog. I'm super happy. It's definitely was a good choice just for my own mental health, I think, to have a dog instead of being alone all the time, single tier. Which I don't know. I guess I tried to do also when I was in Phoenix. I did adopt a dog for a week, but then it didn't work out because he was a handful. If I had adopted a Juno-like good dog, maybe I would still be in Arizona and not complaining about the cold weather. Who knows? But yeah, that's a little bit of a summary of Juno. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try to hike next week. I'm sure I'll post a picture or video or something on Instagram with her cake or giant cookie or whatever it is I can find tomorrow. That should be fun. And then, yeah. Dogs! Right? Speaking of which, have a pork chop, Wolfie. Hello? Hello? No? Do you not want? Yeah, you. There you go. Whoop. Woof. So yeah, that's that. That is that. A year? It's crazy to think about. I mean, not crazy, but it doesn't feel like that long. Like, it doesn't feel like either of us have changed that much. Oh, boy. We haven't answered. We have so many Juno stories. We haven't answered any questions here. This one from David. David had a very generous donation to Direct Relief. So we got to answer David's question. I'm financially obligated. No. David asks, now that you've had a few months from your first tattoo adventure, are you happy with the experience? Anything you would do differently? Any thoughts on what your next tattoo might be if you decide to take that leap again? The tattoo is good. I'm happy with it. I think it was good that I just did it. Like to be honest, it's not like an amazing, like my favorite design, but that was kind of the point. I was hesitating so much on getting a tattoo because I thought I needed to have like some custom, meaningful, special design that means something only to me and represents me and my life and my experiences all in one encapsulated art. You know, I was putting too much of that into it, and also too much into like finding the perfect artist, or I need to find a friend to refer me a perfect artist. And I'm really happy with it. I think it's really cool and unique, and the people have seen it and commented on it think so too. It's different and unusual, and the experience was fine. The experience was good, and whoa, this is kind of a crazy hilly landscape. I mean, it's Minecraft, but usually we get... Oh, that's why. We're up on a mountain. Yeah, usually it's just like, a couple hills, and then it's like plains for a little bit, but this has thoroughly encompassed us. So yeah, the tattoo is good. I don't think there's anything I would change about it. It was a little bit of an impulsive thing. Maybe I was getting a little bit cabin fever or stir crazy, and there was an artist I was following who posted that they had these pieces, and I'm like, that one's pretty neat. Let's do that. So I contacted them, and they happened to be available, and the design was still available, so I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. I actually did. I mentioned this to my stream already. I actually did make an appointment for another one. Very similar situation with a different artist, like a new artist who's basically practicing for a tiny thing, a little design. But then I ended up going there, and they had double booked me and wanted to reschedule. So I I was like, okay, like I was coming here for like a free tattoo. I was gonna pay them a tip or whatever, but no big deal. Okay, reschedule. But then I like canceled the rescheduling because I started feeling sick earlier this week, and yada yada yada. I never went back really. But it was just like a little what you would consider the American, classical American tattoo style is like a snake. I was just gonna put on my wrist or arm or something. This is kind of a cool black and white design. I'm like, yeah, well, let's do it. Why not? Let's scratch that itch. Because that was the one thing I did notice when I was getting the first tattoo. Was like, oh no, this isn't painful. I mean, it hurts a little bit, but like, this is actually an interesting and enjoyable experience. Let's go for more. But like budgetarily, that's a difficult decision to make. But yeah, I almost did get a second tattoo, just again on a whim, and I like that. I feel like that's what my left arm is going to be for. Is going to be for like those what they're called flash tattoos, the pre-designs that artists will have books or frames of like multiple designs available. Usually at a flat rate, as opposed to custom design. I think that's what my left arm is going to be for, and then the right arm is still holding back for the the space themed tattoo sleeve, something maybe. I don't know that I'll ever be in a money situation to be able to afford such a thing, but we'll keep that one blank for that. And so yeah, I don't know. I did have an idea though of maybe contacting the artists formerly known as the artist who did my the first tattoo, my only tattoo right now, the bull skull, for maybe a custom one. I think she's really good at skulls and those sorts of things, and I do like the kind of cool outline design. I was thinking like maybe similarly we could do in like an actual Hellblade inspired design. I'm thinking like the Valraven skull, the Raven skull, like on like some solid black raven feathers, something to on my forearm or whatever would be kind of cool. In general, it's like, oh, it's a cool raven skull with feathers, yeah, but like, okay, it's with this video game, yada yada yada. So not overtly like words that say Hellblade the video game, but something cool like that. But yeah, I would really, that's something I would really like. But I'd have to contact, and again, I think that might be more money than I have to be able to spend on a tattoo right now. Maybe after Christmas, I'll get some Christmas gifts. Maybe Twitch will have some sort of sub sale, and we'll earn better money in December. Who knows? Or maybe there will be a bunch of new people wanting to join the Minecraft Patreon server that we just reset, and I've been playing on the last few days. Patreon.com/KurtJMac, right, Wolfie? That, or maybe we'll take advantage of some of these upcoming TeePublic sales at the Farlands of Bust t-shirt store. Maybe they want an Indeed shirt or a Farlands of Bust shirt. Or an Indeed shirt. There's a lot of so many things to choose from. Maybe even a mug. There's mugs. But yeah, I don't think they're on sale right now, but I do think there's going to be quite a few sales coming up for the holiday season, or not. Perhaps consumer goods are not your thing, which is fine. I did just take that whole month off of buying anything. Which is good practice, and perhaps this holiday season is the season. Wait, I have sticks. What am I doing? The season Santa takes back Christmas. I don't know what that was, but it's coming to theaters near you. So yeah, perhaps instead you can donate to Direct Relief at farlandsofbust.com. There's always that, too. And that'll be going to get medicines and things to those who need it in desperate situations around the world. I still have to come up with a better one-line, this is what Direct Relief does, catchphrase. We're working on it. Oh, God, I fell in. No, get out. Oh, jeez. I've done it again. The bed is occupied. Oh, nuts.